Bonjour tout le monde, can you see me, everybody? Bonjour à tous et bienvenue à Learn French with Alexa. Like we do these once a month now, twice every time we do them. Bonjour le petit caporal. Bonjour. We missed you for sure. Oh, thank you. How sweet of you. Finally. Oh, enfin. Bonjour Navraj, bonjour Product Quality, Lamar, bonjour Joe, bonjour Glory and Joe Partington. Bonjour à tout le monde, Angéline Bindu. And I would just to say bonjour to our new member. As you know, we've got quite a few members now that have joined Learn French with Alexa, where you get special perks such as support guides. So for example, attached to this lesson today, you're going to get the full lesson available on written support as well. So thank you so much for joining our members, because that's different from being a YouTube subscribers. We also have a memberships going on as well, where we have thousands of members that actually want to access our special guides, so there's different tiers. Anyway, if you want to join us, for example, for exclusive lives, this is not an exclusive live. The exclusive live comes afterwards. So if you want to join this very exclusive live afterwards, you just have to click on the join button, choose your perks, and you will have access, and you will be sent a link that gives you access to special, very special live. Okay, bonjour tout le monde. In today's video, bonjour au Kenya. Rose loves your classes. Yay! In today's videos, we are going to do one thing. We are going to run through a pictures description, and not any picture description. This is in the view to prep GCSE students to understand how this particular part of the exam happens or takes place. Yeah. Now, for the people that are not taking the GCSE French exam, it's not a problem. You're going to learn lots of words. Okay. If you are a complete beginner, please write down any vocabulary that you're about to learn. If you are of higher level, because I can see we have people of higher levels, please make full sentences when I'm going to ask you to do or make a sentence, okay? So we are going to describe a picture, or two for that matter, the way it happens during the GCSE exam. So let me just very quickly tell you what the GCSE exam is. It's a French exam that usually is taken in the UK. However, we can take the GCSE exam anywhere in the world with the IGCSE or whatever. Here in the UK, when children or teenagers, reach 16, they have to take exams, English exams, maths exam, and so on, history, whatever they choose. And French exam is one of that, okay? So, as part of the speaking exam of the GCSE, we're going to show you one part of it. And I'm going to, before I start, and I know I don't want to talk too much, but I'm already have, spoken a lot. Nous vous aimons beaucoup, Alexa. Thank you. Beaucoup d'amour du Kenya. I watch you on television. Oh, on the telephone. Okay. Now, Bindu, thank you for being a fan. It means a lot to us at Learn French with Alexa. Bonjour, Julia. I'm going to show you what doing the speaking exam entails. And you will see that it has different parts. So when you're going to do, and it's the same for the TEF, the TEF speaking exam will take place in different parts as well. If you want more information on the TEF, we are doing a demonstration after this one, this very live. We have a TEF exam as well, preparation. For the AQA GCSE, you've got different boards, academic boards that prepare the kids to the exam, okay? We are going to concentrate on AQA, though as part of my new YouTube channel, the GCSE exam, we are going to prepare you for all boards, academic boards, as well as the AQA. We will prepare you for the Edexcel. And by the way, join my YouTube channel, GCSE at Learn French with Alexa. We are nearly 1,000 members. This is big, 1,000 members, subscribers at the GCSE. Of course, not 2.2 million like we have at Learn French with Alexa, but it's good enough. You will learn lots. Even if you are not preparing for the GCSE, you will learn something different, stuff that I don't particularly post on my main YouTube channel. Okay. Bonjour, Donald. Bonjour. Okay, so the French-speaking exam is in 3 parts. The first part is 10 marks and has... and is called, sorry, I'm just trying to read, it's a role play. So where you have going to, you and the examiner are going to talk to each other using bullet points that the examiner is going to give you. And that's only 10 marks. The second part of the exam, which is slightly longer than a minute and a half, is about 3.5 minutes and is going to ask you to read out loud. And that's why we're starting doing a lot of exercise reading out loud on my main YouTube channel. You will see that you can practice reading with me. They are very popular, those videos, because it's all about your pronunciation. So you will have 5 short sentences to read, and then you will have unprepared questions that you will need to work on. The whole speaking exam is about 10 to 12 minutes long. And then this part of the exam, which we are going to look at, whereby it's 25 points, and you've got a photo card exercise where you have 2 pictures to describe, followed up by questions about the topic of these pictures, okay? And this is becoming really hard because though you're preparing for topics such as the environment or me and myself and I don't know, you will have to know how to answer questions on a broad range of questions, a broad range of topics, So today I'm going to show you the third part of the speaking of the GCSE exam, okay? Remember, you don't have to be part of the GCSE. This is a good exercise for you guys. Oh, this is awesome. Yes, thank you, Flora. You are a remarkable fit for an English teacher as well, Alexa. Well, watch that space, because we may or may not be creating a course as English, Learn English with Alexa, which is, maybe another venture soon. I'm going to share my screen now. So if I do this small, hopefully you're going to see my screen, and I'm going to ask you to describe the pictures. And of course, at the moment, don't describe anything because we are going to run through some of the words. Can you see me, guys? Yeah? Anyway, so we have here 2 pictures. So when you're going to have the exams, you're going to come to the examiner room and you will be asked to look at the 2 pictures, random pictures based on a particular topic, okay, theme. This theme here is part of theme 3. Can you see that? And I'm going to use blue. Theme 3, I can't say theme 3. Communication and the world around us. So this is very broad. Within this, you are going to have different topics, okay? So we are going to focus on these 2 pictures that are all about this theme 3, okay? Which means that some of the questions will be targeted to communication and the world around us, the unprepared part. You will be asked to describe each picture for a minute and a half. It's not long, actually. We are going to do that for a bit longer, okay? And then you will be prompted by... don't look at that. Just... I'm an idiot. I just showed you the full description. You didn't look at it. Okay. And then you will be having some unprepared questions that you don't know what's going to happen. You will actually have random questions asked to you. So this is where you need to be prepared really well. Okay. After you presented the content of the photo, you will have to answer some unprepared questions. Remember, this part is 25 marks. Yeah, it's heavy. Okay, it weighs heavily and it's about 7 minutes long. Okay, so here we go. I have here. I'm going to brighten this screen here. Kindly share with me your timing when you start your classes. Thanks. Flora, I don't understand your question. What timing? I'm starting now. Does that help? Okay. Anyway, so we are going to have a look at these pictures. And quite simply, if you were to, in an exam, and you had to start with a description, how would you start? I'm not going to do anything yet, but what would be your first sentence? What would be your first sentence? What would you write or tell me as the examiner? Okay, so you could say, sur la photo, la première photo, the first picture, je peux voir, I can see, okay? For example, but just fire away a sentence if you want. Or, if you're a complete beginner, just give me words. I'm happy with mountains. Young people. I'm happy with rucksack and bottle. And I think they have a... I'm going to enlarge it so you can see. Cameras as well. Look at their backpack. And are they happy? They seem to be very happy. Look at this person. What are they wearing? What is the weather like? Look at what's in the background. Where are they? Okay. So first thing that comes into mind is un groupe d'amis. So it's un groupe d'amis. Very good. So je peux voir un groupe d'amis. You don't say des amis. You say d'amis, D apostrophe. Why is that? Because ami begins with a vowel, okay? So, je peux voir un groupe d'amis, okay? Nadia, I'm a complete beginner and you're fan. I began studying French just for fun. I like the sound. I feel that I'm not the right place just now. What channel is for me? Still my channel. My channel. Watch the French Essential for Beginners, and this is for you. They have been watched millions of times on my channel. So what's perfect for you, Nadia? It's definitely the first videos that I posted on Learn French with Alexa. So if you go to my channel, you look at French Essential, you start from lesson 1, and this is perfect for you. You don't need to subscribe or become a customer of my course learnfrenchwithalexa.com, which of course I should do the publicity, but you know, if you prefer not to pay, there is a way of doing that as well. Je peux voir un groupe de la randonnée. So Sahil, je peux voir un groupe de la randonnée à la montagne, ok? Je peux voir un groupe qui fait de la randonnée en montagne is very good, okay? Sorry about that. Pukra, je suis en retard. That's not a problem. Please, we need to see on how words are being pronounced and their spelling. Aldama, I'm going to do that now. But if you want, from my channel, you will see that I have Read French with Me videos that are perfect for this kind of pronunciation. Crédence, ils ont des bouteilles d'eau dans son... Don't remember backpack. Okay, sac à dos. Okay, let me start now putting. Nick, dans la première photo, je vois 4 personnes. Okay, so we are there. You're doing really well. Any other... Je peux voir un groupe de randonnée. Ils sont contents parce qu'ils font de la randonnée. Now I'm talking about S here. Ils sont contents S parce qu'ils font de la randonnée. You've used faire as in an infinitive to do, to make, okay? Faire de la randonnée is perfect, but you need to conjugate it. If you're using il, I-L-S, as in they, you need to make sure that faire has been conjugated as well. So, ils font, they do. Ils font de la randonnée, ok? Mes amis prennent des photos, les amis prennent des photos de la nature. Hannah, perfect. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got, ils ont des bouteilles dans son sac à dos, Pokraj. Well done. Sac à dos is indeed the backpack, okay? So let's have a look at the first picture now and let's try to describe it at the best way we can, okay? So first of all, I'm going to point out this word here. Ça, c'est un sac à dos. Un sac à dos, translated, it is technically a sack, bag for back, backpack, bag, okay? So, un sac à dos. Donc, il y a un sac à dos rouge et un sac à dos noir. Dans le sac à dos, sur le côté, il y a une bouteille. Can you see that, Liam? Can you see my
Yeah, I can see it.
the blue?
Yeah, it's a bit harder on the darker colours.
Okay. Yeah, so what if I use this? Can you see better?
It's a bit harsher on the lighter colours.
Oh! Okay, une bouteille d'eau. That's a bottle of water. Une bouteille d'eau. Okay. So, je peux voir product quality, un groupe de jeunes et ils sont partis en aventure. Ils font de la randonnée. Credence, je pense qu'il fait froid. You think it's cold? What makes you think that? So if you were to write a sentence, je pense qu'il fait froid parce que. Okay? Because. You need, if you're in the exam, and I know a lot of you are not in the exam, but if you were to describe a picture, so, je peux voir 4 personnes, so 4 jeunes. Okay? I'm going to go back. 4 jeunes, ok? Je peux voir 4 jeunes, ok? Where are they placed? Ils sont à la montagne. Ils sont à la montagne, d'accord? Donc, sur ces photos, je peux voir 4 jeunes qui sont à la montagne. Can you see that? Qui sont à la montagne, ok? Qu'est-ce qu'ils font? What are they doing? How do you say they are happy? Ils, I might actually use ils. They seem, ont l'air contents. OK? Ils ont l'air contents. They seem happy. Ils ont l'air contents. D'accord? So to have the happy air about them, okay? Ils ont l'air contents. They seem happy. So avoir l'air de quelque chose, ils ont l'air surpris. They seem surprised. Ou ils ont l'air contents is a way. Un air, pourquoi pas un air? Ils ont un air content. Non, because part of the idiom is avoir l'air de quelque chose, okay? So avoir l'air, to seem, okay? Avoir l'air. That's an idiom. Please try to write it down. Another thing is sembler, to seem, sembler. So you could say, il semble content. And this is, they seem happy, okay? So, to recap, sur la photo, au premier plan, in the foreground, je peux voir 4 personnes. Ils semblent contents. Ils portent un sac à dos avec une bouteille d'eau sur le côté. Ils ont froid. We don't know whether they are cold. OK? I'm not sure they are cold. They don't seem cold, OK? Mais peut-être qu'il fait un peu frais. It's a bit chilly, frais. Now, the difference between chilly and cold is that. So, cold would be froid, OK? So, et frais would be fresh, as in, it's a bit chilly, OK? Il fait frais ou il fait froid. That's two different things, OK? Oh, we've got a big one here. Ils ont un air content. Crédence, ils ont l'air content. I'm not seeing your writings. Okay, is yellow. I'm going to try to write in yellow from now on. Maudit Mustapha, sur la première photo, j'ai vu le groupe d'amis qui font de la randonnée en montagne. Il y a 4 personnes. Chacun a ou porte un sac à dos. Ils sont très contents après avoir fait de la randonnée. Now, Mustafa, there are a few errors, but I tell you, kudos to you, because I think it's a really good answer. Okay, there are a few mistakes, but we can work on that. But if you were to say that during an exam, we would mark you up, because that's very clear what you want to say, okay? Pukraj, l'esprit ouvert, open-mindedness. Why do you, Pukraj? Frais is fresh or chilly. Les amis sont très contents. Maureen, you can say it like that. Les amis sont très contents. It's obvious that ses amis sont très contents. Bindu, I'm just 12 years old and I'm GCSE. Hope I can watch this because I am having an exam on this Friday and I don't know anything. Hope you can help. Bindu, I would love to help. I'm not sure how much of this you're going to get, but because it's not enough for me to teach you everything about the GCSE. Follow us on the GCSE YouTube channel. Yeah. So let me go back to the very first. Now, remember, you've got 1.5 minutes only. Let me go back to the beginning here. Okay. And let me try to describe it using everything you've given me. Okay. So, sur cette photo, au premier plan, this is the premier plan, okay? On peut voir, we can see, okay? Now, Bindu, try to listen to what I'm saying. When you describe the picture, you need to describe it, first of all, how many people are there? Where are they as well? How many, where, what are they doing? Okay, so how many, where, what, and when, potentially during a season. So, sur la photo, il y a 4 jeunes personnes. Les jeunes personnes semblent contents. Ils rient. Ils rient. They laugh. Ils rient. Ils portent un sac à dos chacun sur leur dos, d'accord, avec une bouteille d'eau sur le côté, d'accord? Il fait frais, maybe it's a bit chilly. Pourquoi? Parce que les jeunes personnes portent des pulls aussi autour de leur ceinture, autour de leur ventre. Ils portent des pulls autour de leur taille. Now, la taille is 2 things, okay? And I'd like you to learn this word. That means it is size, okay? As in, quelle taille fais-tu? And la taille means the waist. Waist. This way? I can't spell waist. La taille, okay? And it's feminine, okay? Donc, ils portent des pulls autour de leur taille, d'accord? And what else can you see? Sur, par exemple, you're going to tell me about the second plan. So, sur le second plan, which is in the background, what can you see? Il y a, what can we see? Il y a des montagnes, okay? So, c'est la montagne. But here, we can see several mountains. Donc, sur la photo, je peux voir des montagne, d'accord? And do you know what we call this? Can you see that? Do you know what we call this? What do we call this lift thing in French? Have you ever been in one? What? Il y a des sommets, Pokraj, absolument. What a waste, Pokraj, yes, that's two different things, yeah. Bonjour, Si King. Il y a des montagnes, très bien. La télécabine, maman, ou le téléphérique, très bien. Merci, maman. Every time, I think you were there last time, and I said, "Are you mommy? Are you my mummy?" Okay, or funiculaire. You can say funiculaire, but I think in this case these are called télécabine ou téléphérique. Okay, téléphérique is good. Donc les téléphériques ou les télécabines. Télécabine is good too. I'm sure that if you said funiculaire, that would work too, by the way. Cable car, absolutely, is télécabine ou téléphérique, okay? And what about the camera, Bindu says? Well, what is the word for camera? Autour du cou, around their neck, autour du cou, je peux voir des appareils photo. So the word for camera is appareil photo. So, un appareil photo is a masculine word. Donc, je peux voir un appareil photo. D'accord? Anything you want me to add for this one? And of course, remember, during the exam, it's a minute and a half per picture. Okay? Because after that, you will get a lot of questions. It's too hard for me. I haven't finished basic course. That's okay, C.E. King. This is not meant to be for beginners, but what you could is identify the main beginner's word, yeah? For example, appareil photo, Pokraj has written it here, ou télécabine, ou téléphérique, ou sac à dos, all these little words, please make a note of, okay? So, how do we say woman in French? Okay, so Bintu, je peux voir une femme, and I'm going to go back to basic here. Une femme is a lady, un homme is a man, okay? But if you wanted to say is a young man or she's a young lady, then you would have the adjective jeune. Une jeune femme. And the same for homme. Un jeune homme. So you can't see it?
The jeune at the top, I can't see.
Can you see it now? Yeah. Okay. So, and you can add any particular, adjectives you want before the noun if it describes someone. Un vieil homme ou une vieille femme, for example. Alexa, in Robert Dictionary, I saw, avoir un air indifférent. Mais do we use un air, and when do we use l'air? Credence, you've been doing some research. Avoir un air indifférent, avoir l'air indifférent. Do you know what? I want to say that it's the same, and you can use them equally the same way. Avoir l'air, I am used to avoir l'air. Il a l'air fatigué. He seems tired. Il a un air fatigué. It's very different, actually. I can ask my team of creators, actually, what's the difference between avoir un air ou avoir l'air? I think there might be a small nuance between the two, but it's a very good question. Deux femmes et deux hommes, with an S, anan, deux femmes. If it's plural, write femme with an S, and same for homme. Okay. Je peux voir un ciel clair. Very good. So we can talk about un ciel clair. Okay. So now we are going to move on to the second picture, because the thing is, when you're going to have this during your GCSE oral exam, and I know a lot of you are not taking this, but you're going to say, well, maybe compare it, maybe saying actually on the other side, we can notice that it's very different. Okay? Donc, vous pouvez dire, Sur la deuxième photo, sur la deuxième photo, so the second, deuxième photo, l'atmosphère et le paysage sont différents de la première photo, from the first picture, okay? So how do you say waves? How do you say sky? How do you say sand? How do you say people? Okay, so all these words are very important if you are a beginner, a vague. Okay, ça, ce sont les vagues, the waves. Okay, what other words? Les vagues, très bien. Il y a une bonne ambiance. Crédence, you could say, il y a une bonne ambiance. Le ciel, very good, le ciel. On peut voir le ciel, ok. La vague et le ciel, maman. Le ciel is masculine, ok. And la vague is feminine, so la vague, ok. On peut voir des touristes, I like that. Touristes, they might not be tourists, but it doesn't matter, ok. If you're not sure, use tourist. If you don't know how to say gens, des gens, ok. People, des gens, ok. Des touristes. Some tourists, some people, okay? So, on peut voir aussi la piscine. Can you see a swimming pool? La piscine? I'm not sure. On peut voir la plage. Okay, the beach, la plage. Okay, so this is very different. Alors, parasol. Parasol. Okay, so the difference here is between that, and this is where you're going to see my beautiful drawings. Okay, an umbrella is le parapluie. Okay, le parapluie. However, a sun, what do you call that? Sun? Parasol? No, sorry. Parasol in English, sorry. Okay. However, le parasol. Can you see the difference? Can you see it? Le parasol. So, les parasols et les chaises. Très bien, maman. Donc, on peut voir des parasols et des chaises longues. Des chaises longues, ok? Long chair. Product quality. Je peux voir la mer et il est plein beaucoup de gens. Donc, et il y a beaucoup de gens ou de personnes. Il fait chaud. Au fond, à droite, il y a la forêt. Il y a beaucoup de parasols. Now, never ever say beaucoup de. Okay, we don't say that. A lot of is always beaucoup de. Okay, beaucoup is already a lot, so you can't say a lot. Okay, so a lot of. Okay, so beaucoup de. So il y a beaucoup de parasols. Il y a beaucoup de gens ou de personnes sur la plage. Chaise longue, Sunday. Je peux voir Angeline. Je peux voir des gens se reposer sur des bancs de plage, sous le parasol, pour avoir un peu d'ombre du soleil. Très bien, I'm happy with that. Sous les parasols. XPB, sur la deuxième photo, je peux voir des personnes se promener devant des parasols sur la plage. Il fait beau avec un point de nuage. A little bit of clouds. Très bien. A lot of much umbrellas. Joking. I think that means joking. Yes, you can't say a lot of much. So you can say a lot of, but not a lot of much. Okay. So let's have a look at it again. And using everything you have said, I can describe it. Okay. Au premier plan, je peux voir les vagues. Okay. Il y a une plage. D'accord, ça c'est the beach, ok. Sur la plage, il y a des chaises longues et des parasol pour se protéger du soleil. Très bien. On peut voir un ciel clair et bleu, par exemple. Très bien. Et il y a quelques personnes sur la plage. Ils portent des t-shirts, so they're wearing t-shirts, et des shorts, ok? Donc, what can we assume? Il fait beau. It's sunny. Et il fait chaud. And it's hot as well, ok? Product. Merci. By the way, I'm Moroccan. I learned both English and French. Well done you for doing both languages. Hannah, je peux voir des gens profiter de leur temps sous les parapluies. Hannah, très bien. These are not parapluies. These are parasol. Can you see that? Parasol. Now, the word para comes from to protect, okay? So, the parapluie protects you from the rain. The parasol protects you from the sun. And in that way, since we are here, do you know what a parachute is and what it protects me from? So, le parachute, le parapluie, le parasol. Maureen, you can't say beaucoup de l'eau. Okay, we would say beaucoup d'eau. Okay, beaucoup d'eau because O begins with a vowel, D apostrophe and O. Le climat est tropical. Je peux voir beaucoup de personnes sur la plage. Falling, Regina. It protects you from the fall. Yeah, parachute protects you from the fall. Okay. I remember your beginner videos where you dress in scarf for us to learn about weather and seasons. Yeah. Parachute protects you from being thrown off a platform. All right. Yes, or yes. I see what you mean. On a plane, yeah? Not a platform, any platform. Okay, so what I want to do now, because I'm very aware of time and we've got another lesson in 20 minutes, okay? I would like to read the description that my content creators propose to you. And then what you can do is download the support guide to see all the suggested questions based on this part of the exam, GCSE exam, and the answers to those questions, which will come very useful if you are preparing for the exam. So, picture number 1. I'm going to underline the words that you should know as a beginner. Sur la photo, au premier plan, I would like you to learn this if you're GCSE. Je peux voir, I can see, un groupe de jeunes, young people. Ils sont équipés de sacs à dos. Remember the sac à dos? Et d'appareils photo and cameras. Ils ont l'air de s'amuser et de rigoler ensemble. They seem to have fun and laugh together. Au second plan, so in the background, il y a des montagnes, mountains. Et on peut même apercevoir un téléphérique sur la droite, on the right-hand side. So as GCSE, learn your right and your left, okay? À droite, à gauche. Je pense que ces jeunes sont en vacances. So, people are on holiday. Ils font, they are doing, une randonnée pour découvrir la région. So, they're hiking to discover the region. Okay? As for pictures 2, sur la deuxième photo, je remarque que le paysage et l'atmosphère sont complètement différents. Paysage is a landscape. Au premier plan, so again, learn on the foreground, il y a la mer avec les vagues et le sable. So we've learned 3 words. Mer, sea, vague, waves, sable, sand. Quelques personnes marchent dans l'eau. Some people are walking in the water. And then in the background, au second plan, je vois des transats et des parasols. J'ai dit chaise longue. Here, transat is another way to say chaise longue. So transat are the chairs that you would use in order to sunbathe, for example, or relax. On dirait qu'il n'y a pas beaucoup de monde sur cette plage. We can see there isn't a lot of people on this beach. Yeah, we can see a group of them. C'est peut-être la fin de la saison touristique. Maybe it is the end of the touristy season. Ou alors, c'est une plage privée qui appartient à un hôtel. Or maybe it's a private beach that belongs to an hotel. Of course, by the way, this is only a suggestion. You are not going to say, oh, but I can't do that. It's too hard. Yeah. Use, the vocabulary you have. Make full sentences during the exam. And I know this is quite hard, but compare the two pictures. For example, it's quite simple. You've got 1.5 minutes to talk about the pictures. Okay. So per picture, I think. So try to, describe where is it happening, what's going on, when is it happening, okay, and how, what are they doing, okay? So if you can answer those questions, then you're fine. You will cover this 1.5 minutes quite easily. Know your colors, know the clubs as well, know how to say young or old, that's very useful. Know the weather, and when do you think it's happening, okay? It's my first photo lesson, and it's interesting to see how everyone saw different things at first sight. Thank you for helping me express. That's my pleasure. Pukraj Beach Club and club. I don't know how to say beach club. Anyway, next lesson is in 20 minutes. It's only available for paying customers. I say that as in very exclusive. You will have, however, if you have access to the exclusive live and all the support guides, you can have access to this very special support guide for the GCSE live exam. You can scan me. I mean, not me. Scan the little thingy bob here, QR codes, if you want to access my what? The full GCSE course as well, which we have released this month or last month, and it's awesome, and it's going to prepare you to this awesome, awesome exam. Oh, there is a discount as well, 20% off. Is there? 15%. 15% off.
In the description below, all the information.
All the definitions, all the description is below. Anyway, Alexa, please help me with l'air dans un air. I've been confused for 3 days. Really? Avoir l'air et avoir un air. Un air fatigué. Avoir l'air fatigué. These different things. I need to ask. I can't answer on the top of my head. I can't answer. So I need to ask. 20% off. Grab it while you can. Thank you, Pukraj. It's 15% off, by the way.
Technically, it's both. But
technically, it's both.
20% till Friday.
All right.
15% off for YouTube.
Okay, 20%, 15% off for the YouTube members, and 20% off. What? On the. No. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to have to go because I need to prepare for the next live, which will take place in 15 minutes. That's it for me. Au revoir. À bientôt. Bisous, bisous.